Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, any of you guys have any interesting stories to tell about people
Period.
who a Twitter relationship with who then you encounter in the real world?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time,
Is
yeah.
it awkward or is it?
No.
I think that's how I know you.
No, we know each other through real people.
Okay. I think, like, generally speaking, if it's like a mutual admiration society, when you meet them in real life, it's generally
You're
okay.
amped. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would be like if, like, someone was hitting on you, and then that could be like the stuff of like novels. But generally, yeah, I've met like a number of people who I just only had a Twitter relationship with, and for the most part, they turned out not to be serial killers. It was actually pretty nice.
Away from keyboard's great. Like, I love meeting people who.
Is that what you call it? Away from keyboard?
Yeah, is the away from
IRL. What is that? What is really
AWK is the
WK?
AFK or AWK? Is away from keyboard?
Well, anyway,
This is entering
I do
the
AFK
people
for
are.
IRL, because IRL is like, I think IRL still counts if you're like, it's still humans. Anyway, so I think it's really nice, but but it's actually kind of why I don't Foursquare or any of that stuff. I definitely don't geotag ever. I never let my location be known because that's weird. But I actually I'm usually really like psyched to meet someone that I talk to on Twitter.
And going back to the very first thing we were talking about, from a career perspective, like, I've met people in senior positions who could potentially be useful in my career in real life that they first encountered my work on Twitter. Like, can't emphasize enough. It is such a better networking tool than LinkedIn or anything else. It's meaningful.
I mean, many of my dearest friends are actually people I met electronically, sometimes via Twitter. But I mean, I think that it's just partly because you know, when you're in a cluster of kind of broadly like-minded people, it's also a way that it actually starts to shape your tastes and sensibilities in ways that actually can potentially be dangerous, which is something to think about in terms of trying to have a kind of somewhat more diverse, you know, kind of group of people you follow. But I mean, yeah, I think it's certainly in that regard, it's been really, really neat.
Well, yeah, I kind of have a rule where if I meet somebody or I see somebody in real life who we mutually follow each other, I feel like that's kind of like a go-ahead to like go up and introduce myself and be like, oh, you know, I follow you on Twitter, you follow me, because it's kind of like, even if you've never tweeted with that person, you have seen everything that they've been putting out, they've seen everything that you are putting out, and it's almost like that's like a conversation in itself. So you have like so much ground to start off on.
And it's not creepy because it's deliberate. It's not like, oh, I saw your Facebook, which is like, I didn't want you to see that. But Twitter is things that people have consciously chosen to put out into the world. And if somebody comes up to me and I says, I saw this, it's not creepy because I've chosen to do that. You know, it's deliberate. So I think it's totally fine and fair game.
And more often than not, like, you kind of know who that person is as well.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you just didn't see them. And then it just gets, like, I think it's even weirder to do that, like, your face is your avatar, my face is my avatar, we follow each other, we've added each other at one time, but we're going to ignore each other because it's IRL. That's so weird.
It's awkward.
That's super, that's like, but it's also just, I think that's rude. Is that
super
crazy?
rude, right. No, yeah.